Hi, welcome back to Rooted Badger Rock's virtual workshop series. Today we are doing a virtual recipe. So we have a lot of black bean. We have a lot of beans in this recipe, just FYI. It's going to be really good for our digestive system, a lot of fiber. Also be very good for tooting it as well. Just kidding. But we're going to be making some tostadas today with some black beans, as well as a recipe we have called Cowboy Caviar. Cowboy Caviar has a lot of different veggies in it, as well as beans. Well, beans are veggies, but kind of has like a Three Sisters feel. It does have some corn. It does have beans in it. The only thing we are missing from it is squash. But there's also red pepper, green pepper. There's some chilies in there, some onion, a little bit of garlic, as well as some other seasonings. But we'll get that started in just a second. We're going to get our beans going actually first for our tostadas. So over here, we just got some black beans. We're just going to add, before we add the black beans, we'll add a little bit of oil to our pan. We'll get our pan going as well. In this other pan, I have some vegetable oil heating up over here. We'll eventually start making our tostadas in here. We just got some regular tortillas. We'll just be putting these into the oil in a bit, frying them up till they're nice and crispy. We'll just add a few tablespoons of oil to the pan. Then we got our can of black beans, so we'll add everything in, water and all, the juices. These cooking, we'll add a little bit of salt, maybe about half a teaspoon. Let's do a little eyeball here. Then maybe about a quarter teaspoon, half a teaspoon of cumin as well. Let's do a little bit of shaking out of this one. I'll give that a little mix. All right, so we got our beans going right now. We'll let these cook down for a little bit so they get nice and warm, soften up, and then we'll mash them eventually. So yeah, I mentioned this has a lot of beans in it as well. One of the reasons we chose this recipe for this virtual workshop is we're actually going to be doing a seed saving project. Some of our Rooted staff, me included, we're going to be partnering with a middle school down in New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's called Polk Middle School. Shout out Polk Middle School as well. But we're going to be doing a little bit of seed saving. We're going to be exchanging seeds as well as trying to do a little project on seed selection. So we're actually sending some pepper seeds down to New Mexico that our coworker Brian Emerson has actually been selecting and growing for the past, 6 or 7 years or so. But we're just going to be doing a little project, seeing what those seeds do or how well they do in a different climate, such as in the Southwest area. We're also got some seeds coming from them as well. They sent us some beans, some peas, some carrots as well. What else did we get? But yeah, we're going to be just exchanging seeds, trying to see what works in different climates. So we wanted to do something that kind of emulated those ingredients or those seeds that we're going to be using. So beans are a big part of them. We have peppers here. We have some chiles, so spicy bell peppers or regular bell peppers and spicy peppers. So that was just kind of the theme we're going to be working with this coming week and the next few weeks as well. But we'll get right to the recipe. So for the Cowboy Caviar, we have a lot of different vegetables. We're starting off with our beans. We have some black beans over here. We have one can. We just rinsed them, took out all the water. We also have some black-eyed peas. Did the same, rinsed them out. We chopped up a few Roma tomatoes. We have some green bell pepper. You can also use red bell pepper too, add a little extra color. We have our red onions. We have our pickled jalapeno. Ones are these roasted red peppers, roasted pickled peppers. And then for our dressing that's going to go along with all of it, we're going to use some, you can use white wine vinegar, otherwise you can use rice vinegar as well. We'll have a little sugar, cumin, smoked paprika, as well as some olive oil, which I got back there. So we'll make the dressing first. We got our big mixing bowl here. We'll add a third a cup of oil. Start it off there. We got our vinegar here. We'll add another third cup as well. A little bit of acidity to our dressing. And then we have the juice of one lime right here. So add that in too. And then for our seasonings, we have about a teaspoon's worth of almost all of these seasonings. So a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Get that in there. 1 teaspoon, well actually 1 1/4 teaspoons of cumin, but we'll just do about 1 just for now. See if we can get a teaspoon of salt as well. And then a teaspoon of sugar, also add a teaspoon times 2. And garlic, that was the last item I was trying to figure out. So we'll add that to it. And this we'll just whisk around, get it nice and combined. Here's our dressing we got. Nice color, a lot of good flavors in here. So once you got that nice and whisked up, we'll just put that to the side. And, well, actually, we'll bring it right back because normally right now you'd just be chopping up all your vegetables, but we did the Food Network kind of style. We have everything all cut up already, so we can just start assembling right away. So we can add all of our ingredients. We'll add our beans and our peas, black-eyed peas first. Add these ones. We'll add our beans. Got all of our tomatoes here, our Roma tomatoes. These in. There we go. We'll add our green bell pepper. Yeah, I really like this recipe. It really has a lot of good colors in here. Really healthy, a lot of good fiber, a lot of different veggies, a lot of good minerals and vitamins in here. And then I'll take out a few jalapenos. Don't need too many, about 1/3 cup I believe the recipe asks for. So we won't use this whole jar. Looks good. I'll just give these a quick little chop as well. There we go. And then we have our roasted red peppers also. About 1/3 cup as well. So I'll just take some of them out. Ooh, these are big ones. I'll add those two. Give these a quick slice. Perfect. All right, got a lot of good color in there. A lot of different flavors, acidity from our dressing, as well as really savory from all the oil. And we have our little pickled items in here too. And then, last but not least, we got our onions. And then, pretty much set to stir up. So we'll give this a nice stir, get everything all incorporated, all mixed together. Oh, almost forgot. One other ingredient we forgot. Got our corn. Almost forgot the corn. So I believe the recipe asks for about 2 cups of corn. Use fresh corn, frozen corn, canned corn, whatever you're feeling. I had a little over half a bag, I think, for this one. Just over 2 cups. There we go. Like I was saying, just a wonderful rainbow of color. A lot of good vitamins and minerals in this one. There's protein here from the beans, as well as a lot of fiber from those too. And we got the dressing and all the seasonings. It really makes for a well incorporated. This could be a main dish. Honestly, I would eat it with my main dish, or I guess it could be like a side dish, a side for your main meal. All right. So here we have basically the finished product. The only difference right now is if you're going to serve it right away, then you would add in your cilantro. You want to mix that in before you're serving it. Otherwise, it's best served a little bit colder. So if you want to cover this up, leave it in your fridge for a couple hours or even overnight. And then right before you serve it, that's when you'd want to mix in your cilantro. Just so your cilantro doesn't get all wilted, doesn't get real soggy in there. But yeah, since we're going to be eating this soon, I guess we might as well add our cilantro into it right now. Add that extra flavor, extra color. There we have it. Here's our Cowboy Caviar. Super delicious. We'll eat this on the side of our tostadas. But in that case, we'll head back over. We'll see how our beans are doing. Yep. So if you want to, you could just eat them just as is. Or if you want to kind of refry them a little more, smash them up a little bit, we could always do that. We'll also get a tortilla going. In order to have a good tostada, you got to have a good tortilla shell or a good tostada shell. Sorry. Oh, yep. A little bit of, looks like cilantro fell off into the pan. It's got a nice bubble, so I think we're ready to go with these ones. We'll just do one at a time. Yep. You want enough oil in the pan so they're not completely, well, usually they'll float, but you just want enough so they're not getting burned on the bottom. They have enough to kind of be submerged. Then we're just going for a nice golden brown on both sides. Wait until it's nice and crispy. Do that just a second. Maybe I'll mash some of these beans in a little bit. Yeah, really delicious recipe. I love having a good bean meal. Don't always have to have a lot of meat. Get all your protein in, so this one's definitely got a lot of protein in it. Like I was saying, a lot of good fiber, really good for our stomachs. And then just a really good arrangement of vegetables too. It's just really something I always strive for whenever I have my meals or cooking at home. I always try to incorporate as much vegetables as I can. I'll let this cook just a little longer. It's still a little bit soft on the inside. But yeah, this one's really good. I made it the other night. It turned out really, really delicious. Honestly, tostadas are one of my favorite, like Hispanic, Mexican foods. I love a good crunch of the shell and then beans on top. And then, yeah, you can just kind of put whatever you want on them, honestly. You want to add some protein too, chicken or steak or asada, whatever it may be. Chicken on our tortilla. Yeah, I can feel it's starting to get a little crispy. Let me get a plate out. Already. And when you're cooking your tostada shells, you just want to set out a plate or a tray. Maybe get some paper towels out just to soak up any of the excess grease, excess oils. It's coming along. Black beans coming along here too. Yeah, and real simple recipe for the black beans, or if you're using pinto beans as well, you can use pinto beans, refried beans. Just a little bit of oil, salt, a little cumin. If you want to add a little extra seasonings, you can too, but this one just keeps it simple. Chicken on that shell. All right, this one's sounding pretty nice and crispy. Add it onto our plate. Put a little on top. Try to blot out some of that extra oil. All right. A little extra blot. All right. Now for our assembly. So we have our tostada shell. I'll just grab a little bit of our beans off as well. Spread a little bit of beans on top. Yep. And then one thing we don't really have at this very moment, but you can definitely add, always adds a little extra. You could add a little queso fresco or a little cheese of your liking, whatever you're feeling. But I always like a little crumbly cheese on top. You could add some lettuce, some tomato. If you like sour cream, you could add that on as well. But for us, we have our Cowboy Caviar, so I figured why not dress it and we'll make it a veggie tostada as well. We'll grab a little spoonful of our mix. I'll add it right on top. And there you go. There's your black bean tostada with the Cowboy Caviar on top. Very simple to make. Honestly, the hardest part is probably just frying your tostada shells, just making sure you don't overdo them or you don't get them real soggy. That's probably the hardest part, honestly. But yeah, looking forward to eating a little bit more of this. It's going to be super delicious. Again, really happy that we get to incorporate this with our garden class. We're going to be doing this, I think, next week with our garden class, incorporating a lot about what I was just talking about earlier with the project we're doing, the seed saving project, seed selection. And yeah, looking forward to our collaboration with the school in New Mexico and getting to share, maybe even share this recipe with them too, so that they can share it and enjoy it themselves. But I'll eat this off camera, and then for now, we'll just let you all go, and I hope you have a really good day, and yeah, hope you enjoy this recipe, and we'll see you for next time.